Hello and welcome to today's video. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to launch a nuke, starting off at the White Spring bunker. Now to get in access to here you have to do some missions. You want to come here to activate the missions, and you also need to get promoted to General, which means doing your enclave missions. You need to get 10 points basically to gain that promotion, and you do that by doing enclave missions. If you're at that point, then this video is going to be perfect for you, just to show you step by step how to launch your first nuke. So once you enter the bunker, you want to head downstairs, and hopefully you'll have done this already to start your path to your promotion basically, but if not, this will just show you how to get there. And we're going to pop in here, which is like the control room. And on your left hand side you've got this terminal. Now on this terminal, this will actually find for you your nuke card, so you don't have to go looking for it. You actually pop onto this computer and activate this mission. Then when you go to your map, it will actually show you on there where there is a cargo bot that has your nuke code. So you just want to fast travel to your nearest location to that on your map, as I'm going to do here. Now with these cargo bots, as you can see, they dart around a bit, but they will just go around in circles, so you don't have to chase them all over the map or anything like that. And you want to be hitting the thrusters so it stops like it has done now. Once you've dealt a lot of damage, it won't move, it'll just stay still for you, making it a lot easier to kill. And once that's ended, it will just drop the cargo box, which has your nuke card inside. And once we've done this, we actually need to head back to the White Spring bunker, because we're going to start getting our nuke codes. Now we need 8 of these codes, depending on which site you're going to go to. So there's Site Alpha, Site Bravo and Site Charlie. So on this occasion I chose Site Bravo because just before I started to make the video I bumped into one of the people carrying the nuke code, and it was for Bravo, so I just carried on doing it that way. So as you see here, I select Bravo, and just like with our nuke card, it will pop up on our map a region where the nuke code carrier is, and we just want to go there, fast travel again and retrieve that. Now what you'll see, you've probably seen them already wandering around in your game, but they have they're carrying it on the back, and you can hear them. It's a beacon, so you can hear that actually beeping. So once you get into the circle that you need to be in to locate them, you'll be able to hear it. Now actually this one was quite lucky. I got here and these ants were here, which I just took care of. But these ants, I'm assuming, had already killed the carrier of the nuke code. So he was already on the floor. I just took the nuke code from him. I didn't know where he was at first, so I just had a quick look inside, but he's actually here on the floor, as you can see him flashing. And then it'll show up that you've got the code, and you just want to take that then. Now you need to do this, follow that same thing 8 times, not the nuke card, just the nuke code. We only need 1 nuke card, but we need 8 nuke codes for the same site. So you want to get all Site Alpha, all Site Bravo, or all Site Charlie. Now we've gone to Site Bravo now, and we're actually inside the bunker where we are going to launch the nuke from. Now it's a tough one on what to do here, because you can go in with your friends, you can go in with a punch here, or you can go in solo. Now it does recommend not to do it solo, but I have heard that by doing it in a group you end up with more enemies, and it's just as hard. So it's personal choice. That I did it solo because I just wanted to get it done, and there was no one online that I played with at the time. So what you want to do is take out your turrets, because they're going to make it extremely hard work for you, and then you can actually turn off the rest of them in this section of the bunker. And that's as easy as that. Now what we're going to do next is we need to register ourselves on this computer here. But you're actually going to need to go in the body scanner and get yourself a card as well to activate this. It's easy enough to do. Let's get rid of this enemy. And we're going to go straight to the scanner. Also, what I suggest, whilst doing this mission, make sure you've got a good, I'd say 2 really good melee weapons, full health, and 2 decent guns. I'd take like a shotgun and maybe a rifle. That's my personal choice. If you wanted to go in with something a bit more hardcore, you could take like a mini nuke. If you watch my previous video, it'll show you the location of a fat man, so then you've got that mini nuke option as well. Now make sure you get rid of all your enemies around here before you get in, because as you just saw, you have to pop out of your body armour, your power armour, sorry. And from here we need to locate a card. Now there are absolutely tons of these around the living quarters. So there's one on this table right in front of me. You see the little blue card? We just want to take that. I'll take that drink as well. Now, talking about drinks, whilst we're heading over here, make sure you take plenty of drinks and food, because there's not much down the bunker, and this mission is a long mission. I had it where I ran out of food, and it was an absolute nightmare trying to locate some food to get me through the mission. And just like that, we're registered. So now what we want to do is we want to go back to that original terminal where we turned off the turrets. Get rid of these guys. And back to the food and water issue. If you run out and you start starving or you start being dehydrated and you go back to your camp or somewhere to basically resupply yourself, all the enemies will be back and you'll have to start afresh basically. So you don't want to be leaving this bunker once you start this mission. So just scan the card. And what we're going to do is unlock the grid in front so we can get through to the next section basically. Now this was the first time me doing this mission, so there are some bits where I'm not sure exactly where I'm going, but I'm going to try and make this as easy for you guys as possible when you come to doing this mission. So I actually went the long way around here. You don't have to enter this room that I entered. As I went through that door, there's a door on your left, and that's where I entered here, but you don't need to go in here. You can completely bypass it. And then this just takes you back to that main corridor where I was on, and there's some turrets above, as you see, so I had to get away from these. Now I'm going to speed up most of the battles with the turrets and stuff, so you don't have to watch them all at normal speed. It's really important that you get rid of all your turrets, because if you die and you come back into the bunker, they're just going to keep attacking you and attacking you. But if as long as you get rid of them and you don't leave the site, and if you die you just respawn at your bunker, the turrets won't respawn. I forget about these guys again. So we just do a quick lap to get away and get a bit of distance between me and them so I can take them out with my sniper rifle. Now, if you actually have the Master Hacker perk, you can actually override the systems and turn the turrets on the other robots that are in here, making your life a lot easier. I don't have that hack. I hate terminals. I've got Master Picklock, I just don't like the terminals, so I've never bothered with the Master Hacker. But if you do have that, this mission is so much easier. Okay, now in this next section we have to repair the item. Now it's very similar to any of the power station missions if you've done them. It's literally exactly the same, you're just repairing the pipes. But what you need to do get rid of all the turrets and all the enemies before you start, because otherwise it's going to take you twice as long and it's going to be twice as hard. And the issue with the time is that it is a timed mission, so you don't want to be running at a time based on battling the enemies or the turrets, so get them well out of the way before you start the repairs. So just on left is the terminal that we need, but as I said, I'm just going to go around really quickly and get rid of all the turrets, because all the pipes we need to repair are like this one, are all dotted around the room. So if you don't get rid of the turrets, you're going to be constantly running into them as you're trying to repair the pipes. Now again, the section I'm in at the moment, I didn't actually need to go in here, and once I'd repaired everything, you bypass this room completely, so totally up to you if you want to come in here and you'll get the extra XP by finishing the turrets and the enemies that are in here, but you can completely bypass this room. If you feel like you can't see all the turrets, they will see you, and obviously that will give their location away. I had a lack of stim packs as well, which again made this mission really tough, so that's another item obviously just stock up on before you come and do this mission. There's nothing worse than getting halfway through and then if you have to leave, everything resetting. Most of the turrets can be taken out in the way I'm doing with the melee weapon, but then you get some that are a bit higher up, so that's why you want to be taking firearms with you as well. So we just come to the console here and we start the process here, and this allows us to then repair the pipes, ready to reboot. So what we're going to do, I'll show you the first couple in real time and then we'll speed it up a bit for you so you're not having to watch every single one at normal speed. If you're wearing a headset, you can hear where they are directional from the Steam. If you're not wearing a headset, just dot around the room. You're going to see them all here anyway, but if you're struggling, just make your way around the room and you'll find them all. None of them are really hidden or anything like that, they're really easy to find. Say you get halfway through this and you die or your time runs out, you have to start it all again, this section. So that's the main reason why you want to be getting rid of as many of the enemies and turrets beforehand as possible. With this mission, a lot of people have talked about it, saying how difficult it is. If you're prepared, it's not difficult at all. It's only if you turn up without the right stuff that you're going to struggle. You're never really overwhelmed by enemies or anything like that. Now we're just going to go back to the terminal, the exact same one we was at before. You just restart it. Now when we get to the next section, just like before, it's closed off with one of the red grids. It's really easy to override it. You just need to use, basically you need to remove all the parts from the console, which I'm going to show you now. Whilst I was filming this, my video stopped and I missed like 10 seconds or so. So I'm going to slow down the video when we get to where we need to be, just to show you which bits you need to be removing. So here on your left hand side, it's these bits here with the red buttons on. We need to be removing all them from the consoles, and then that will open up the grid for us. And once that's done, you'll be able to walk straight through, and you have to do it again, repeat it basically, in the next room along. So this is once it's all been removed and you can go straight through. Now that's the door that had the grid on previously. This section has several turrets. When you get through the next grid, there's so many. You could probably try and rush and take all these out without taking the turrets out in the next section, but I would advise get rid of the turrets. You can get rid of these guys really easy with a heavy melee weapon and using heavy attack rather than standard. So what I'm doing now is basically what we missed in the first room, you just remove them. And now the grid's open. I was going to go with a shotgun, but definitely better using the melee. We'll just repeat the same process again now. It is a bit of a repetitive mission. There isn't anything too difficult to it. You're going to just do the same thing. The only difference is when you get to the second to last section, instead of removing these, we're actually replacing them. But I'll go into that when we get there. Now it's really important actually on this mission to make sure you take in with you steel and circuitry, because you're going to need them to replace some items in the final part. As you can see, as I mentioned previously, so many turrets in this section. I could have edited the video, but I just wanted you guys to get to see where they were, because nothing more frustrating than getting killed by a turret when you're not aware that it's there. Even like the gutsy robots, even like the ones that are higher level, what I've noticed, if you're going to use a melee weapon, if you just circle around them, they find it difficult to hit you. If you stand straight ahead on it, they're just going to destroy you because they've got heavy caliber. see you've got the bar as well that tells you how close you are to opening the next section. Again as well, make sure your firearms, not just your melee weapons, are in good condition before entering here, because obviously there are some benches around but there's not many, and you don't want to be struggling with trying to replace items when you're in here. It's just going to make you know, the mission a lot more complicated than it needs to be. So with a lot of missions it takes like a lot of skill and stuff, things like that. This one doesn't need anything like that, it just needs really good preparation with your items. Now if you're doing this mission you're probably a higher level anyway, but if you are struggling to find the power armor you want, check out one of my previous videos. I'll link in the description, and that'll show you some power armor locations so you can get, you know, your T45, T60 etc. fully kitted out. Now we're moving up to the section now, as I was speaking about before, where instead of removing we're going to be replacing. So this is why you need them items that are still in the circuitry, because you can actually take a good amount of damaged ones from the console, take them to the tinker bench that's just in the next room, and then replace them. It's a lot quicker than trying to find all of them, because although there are plenty dotted around, they're quite hard to find. Need to move quickly here because there are a few more difficult enemies and you want to get rid of them quickly, because if you don't, they're gonna destroy you. That's probably the two main ones that you need to get rid of in this room. If you've got any Fallout questions or anything else you might want to see, let me know in any comments below and I will see what I can do about making a video for you. As I say, this is for probably later on in the game, but I am going to just upload one to show you the power station missions on how to get a generator, how to unlock the plans for a generator basically. So these are what we're replacing, and I'll show you the terminal where we need to replace them. So it's just here. So as I said, there are a few of them darted around the room. There's two up here usually. And then here's the Tinker's Bench, just on the left hand side, where you can do your repairs. Makes it miles easier than trying to find all of them. These Ultrons are probably the most difficult part of this mission, and again they're not too bad. That's the door we need to unlock by replacing all these. So we're the damaged ones, so we're just going to remove all these now. These are the ones that we're going to take to the Tinker's bench and repair. The ones that I've already collected we can just actually slot in already and replace. Once you've replaced all these, that will then open that door for you. And then we're in the launch, we're going towards the launch room then. Like I've seen other videos on this where it's been like an hour long, etc. It doesn't need to be that long. You can get it all done within 45 minutes. I've obviously sped up some of the videos, so the video's only 35 minutes long. Just going to slot the rest in now. Then you need to use the terminal. And then we're into the final section. And again, as you probably expect by now, plenty of turrets. Up the stairs. It's very dark, but all the lights will come on when you enter. And now this is about getting rid of as many enemies and turrets as you can again to make the next bit easy for you. Now, one tip I will give you at this moment. When I got to this room, I was so giddy about getting the nuke. I was trying to rush, but you can't just go ahead and launch the nuke, there's more to it than that. So that's why you need to remove all your enemies. You could use VATS for getting rid of these. It's just I tend to take more damage when I'm using VATS against a turret than just popping in and out of cover. So here's me trying to get to the nuke and rush it, but like I said, it doesn't work like that. Now these turrets on the wall, I could definitely reach them with a melee weapon, but it wasn't doing any damage. I don't know if it's a glitch, but it's really frustrating. So just be careful of that. If you think, oh, it's on the wall, I'll just rush it with my melee weapon, it may not work. I actually did this on the 31st of December, which was really lucky because I don't know if any of you guys know, but on the 1st of January the nuke went down. You couldn't do them, so you could get all the way through this mission and get to the point of putting your launch code in, and then it wouldn't let you. But I believe they've rectified the issue now. I think it was just on the 1st, or maybe the 1st and the 2nd, but I believe it's up and running again now. So you should be fine launching your nukes. This is another one. As you can see, I'm actually hitting it. You can see the marks, but no damage was dished out to the turret, so I had to switch to the sniper. So we need to come to this terminal here where we start the launch prep. And that's as simple as that. One advice I will give you regarding your nuke codes that you collect, they only actually last 7 days. Now that's not 7 days from when you pick them up, it's like a weekly cycle. So you want to make sure once you pick your codes up you get on with your mission, because the last thing you want is your nuke codes running out and you have to go and collect another 8. So now what we're waiting for is these bots to do their job. We just have to protect them. It's not really hard, they've actually got really good health, so they can actually take quite a lot of damage. And all these guys came up at once, so it was really easy just to get rid of them. Now once this is done and they've protected it, you'll notice how the lights will drop out. The red lights will come on, and then it's time for the fun. Here we go. So what you want to do first is actually put the nuke card in here, so that's the first thing, and then you need to put your launch code in. Now the easiest way to get your launch code, I'm going to tell you this right now, is nuke.com. I'm going to put a link in the description and you can actually find which sites there are. So obviously there's Alpha, Bravo and Charlie, and it will tell you if the nuke code's available on there, so it's a really easy way of doing it. And then you can just go up. You only need 1 nuke card then, where if you're trying to work it out yourself you might need 3 in case you get it wrong and things like that. It's 1 use only for the nuke cards. So I'll link that in the description. Go on the website and you'll find the code that you need in seconds. So we're going to set off the nuke today in this video at White Spring. The reason I'm doing that is there's plenty of enemies there, so it's great for farming new weapons. And it is as simple as that. We're going to launch the nuke right now. On the website I was telling you about as well, the Nuke Crypt, it actually tells you the dates that the codes are valid for, so you'll know if it's the right code for the ones you've got. And there it goes, so we're going to head over straight to White Spring. Obviously can't fast travel in a blast zone, so we're just going to fast travel right next to that. Get straight in there and have a look. Made a little freeze there, I did panic. Thought we was going to lose the game at this moment. Right, let's watch this nuke. And here it comes. Now obviously if you're going to get this close to the blast zone, make sure you've got power armour on, or at least a hazmat suit, and plenty of radaway, because you are going to take a lot of radiation damage. Even with them items on, you're still going to take loads of radiation, so you definitely want to have radaway with you as well, because then if you stay in this area you're going to be getting tons of great weapons, tons of great armour, and tons of XP as well. And that's it, that's how you launch a nuke, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and if you are a Fallout fan, please consider subscribing as there will be more videos on the way. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.